I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Cause you know how hard it is.
Some people say I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I want to come back. Or some people say I'm gonna go 22 straight.
Coward.
We come to practice, he's on one leg. Like he was hurt the second year, he was on one leg the whole year and played 82 games. Wow. Like, and so he practiced every day and he played every game on one leg. And so you're like, man, MJ, why don't you just sit up? How can I be the leader of the team and sit out and y'all going through all the credit? I gotta be there.
I twisted my ankle and I had a teammate, David Greenwood. He says, you twist your ankle, young fella, come over and sit with me. This is, you need to. I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact.
Kevin Durant just crossed a line that nobody saw coming. On LeBron's podcast, he casually threw shade at Michael Jordan while LeBron sat there laughing. They thought nobody would call them out. They were wrong. Because Jordan's response didn't need words, it needed facts. And what he revealed will make you question everything you thought you knew about today's NBA superstars. The Mind the Game podcast was supposed to be real basketball talk from real basketball players. That's how they marketed it. But here's what it actually became. Two guys sipping wine, gossiping about NBA legends, taking shots at the greatest players who ever lived. And if you pay attention to the episodes, there's always an agenda lurking underneath, always a target. And that target, more often than not, is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. During one episode, a fan asked about the triangle offense. Ron and Katie barely took it seriously, dismissing it as outdated, something that wouldn't work in today's game. Then they started talking about ring culture, how championships are overrated, how it's all anyone talks about. LeBron actually said he doesn't understand why rings are the be-all and end-all of everything in basketball. Think about that for a second. The guy chasing Jordan's legacy is now saying rings don't matter that much. But that wasn't even the worst part. Durant started talking about career longevity. He painted this picture like he was dropping wisdom, talking about how hard the grind is after 10 or 12 years in the league. Then he said it. Some people say, I want to go play baseball. Yeah, and then I want to come back. He paused, smiled, and added, some people say, I'm gonna go 22 straight. LeBron started laughing. The camera caught it. He knew exactly what Durant was doing, comparing Jordan, who retired to play baseball, to LeBron, who's played over 20 consecutive seasons. And in that moment, they weren't just having a conversation, they were making a statement. They were saying, Jordan quit. They were saying longevity matters more than greatness.
A long career, that's the goal, to be in the league for 20 years. I tell you, that's the goal.
What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy.
It's all about winning championships and winning.
Here's the problem with Durant's cute little comment. It completely ignores the context of why Jordan retired in 1993, and that context changes everything. Jordan didn't wake up one morning and decide, you know what, I'm bored, let me go play baseball. His father was murdered that summer, killed in cold blood during a robbery. James Jordan, the man who pushed Michael to greatness, was gone. And Michael Jordan, at the peak of his powers, walked away from basketball to honor his father's memory and pursue the dream they'd talked about, playing professional baseball. So when Durant casually throws out, some people play baseball with that smirk on his face, he's not just being ignorant, he's being disrespectful. He's reducing one of the most painful moments in Jordan's life to a punchline. And LeBron, sitting right there laughing along, co-signed it. Let's talk about when Jordan retired. Was it after a first-round playoff exit, after getting embarrassed in the finals? No. Jordan retired after winning his third straight championship. He reached the absolute pinnacle of basketball. He did something Magic Johnson never did, something Larry Bird never did, something Isaiah Thomas never did, a three-peat, and he did it while dealing with the grief of losing his father. Basketball experts, former players, fans, they all agree that Jordan's 1991 to 1993 peak was the greatest stretch of basketball ever played. Some call it the best player at his best, so calling that quitting isn't just wrong, it's insulting. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Who's making these comments? Kevin Durant, one of the biggest quitters in NBA history. In 2016, after losing to the Warriors in the playoffs, Durant joined them. He joined the team that beat him, the 73-win team that already had Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. That move is widely considered the most spineless, gutless decision in league history. If you want to talk about quitting, that's the definition. And it didn't stop there. Since leaving Golden State, Durant quit on Brooklyn, demanded a trade, couldn't handle the pressure. Then he went to Phoenix and quit on them too. He couldn't even last 3 years without demanding out. This is the guy calling Michael Jordan a quitter. Then there's LeBron. When things got tough in Cleveland the first time, he took his talents to South Beach. When the Heat started declining in 2014, he bolted back to Cleveland, Then when that didn't work out, he ran to Los Angeles. Every time adversity hit, LeBron found the nearest exit. So for these two to sit on a podcast and mock Jordan for stepping away after a three-peat, following his father's murder, that takes a special kind of nerve. The disrespect didn't end with the baseball comment. Durant kept going, talking about how the real goal for an NBA player should be playing 20 years, not winning championships, not MVPs, not maximizing your talent every single season, just longevity, just sticking around. And LeBron agreed, nodding along like this was some profound truth.
All right, Laker Nerd asks, why is the triangle offense less utilized in today's game?
To try to run the triangle offense right now, it'd be very challenging just because how the game is played and also how defense is covering.
10 to shoot. Jake going right to the rack, no defensive communication.
Why is ring culture so much more prevalent in the NBA than in other sports?
It's funny, I don't know. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Like you mentioned a little bit about today's game, because we had Club on here and he talked about load management. He said, I don't know what the hell that is. Where is it going? And that's number one. And number two, how do we get it back?
Even for me, I love the NBA game, but then I turn on to a game, right? And then the stars are not playing because of load management. It's hurting the game.
This is where Jordan's entire philosophy destroys their argument without him even needing to address them directly. Michael Jordan never chased longevity, he chased perfection. Every single season, his goal was simple: maximize himself and maximize his team, win championships, win MVPs, dominate on both ends of the floor, leave everything out there, and if that meant a shorter career, so be it. Jordan said it himself: if I burn out, I burn out. That means my career is short and I'll go play golf somewhere. Compare that mindset to what Durant just said. Playing 20 years as the goal. Not greatness, not legacy, just survival, just collecting paychecks. Jordan played 15 years total, but really only 13 full seasons. In that time, he won 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and made 9 all-defensive teams. That's not just impressive, that's near perfection. Now look at Durant and LeBron combined. They've played 39 seasons, nearly 3 times as long as Jordan's peak, and what do they have to show for it? 6 championships total, 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs, 5 scoring titles, and 5 all-defensive selections combined. In almost 40 years of basketball, they accomplished less than Jordan did in basically a decade. Think about that, twice the time, half the results. Jordan wasn't just talking theory when he discussed his approach to basketball, he lived it. When he came into the league as a rookie in 1984, he played all 82 games, every single one. That year, 40 players in the entire NBA played a full season. Jordan averaged 38.3 minutes per game, ranking 4th in the entire league. His total minutes ranked 3rd behind only Buck Williams and Larry Bird. From day one, Michael Jordan was an Iron Man. This was in an era where the game was harder, more physical, and the travel was brutal. Teams flew commercial. They had one trainer and one strength coach. They practiced harder and longer. Back-to-backs were constant, and yet players still showed up. In the 1999 to 2000 season alone, 58 players played all 82 games. 58, let that sink in. Compare that to today. In 2022, the fewest players in NBA history played a full season. Then 2023 broke that record, then 2024, then 2025. The worst years for availability in NBA history are happening right now, in the 2020s, when players have every advantage imaginable: private jets, entire medical staffs, sports science, personalized nutrition, state-of-the-art training facilities, and they're playing less than ever. Why? Because the mindset changed. Jordan explained it perfectly without ever mentioning LeBron or Durant by name. He talked about load management, about resting when you're not hurt, about prioritizing comfort over competition. He said, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove myself. The fans are there watching. I want to impress that guy way up in the top deck who probably worked his butt off just to afford a ticket.
Might not be in the team's best interest, in your best interest, to play all 82. Is that something you thought about at all since you made the goal?
That's a goal, but yeah, we'll see.
The next day.
I'm available to go and be in the pro. If OBJ shows up, he might score 100.
You know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me and I want to shut him up. So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
That's the difference. Jordan respected the game, he respected the fans, he understood that being an NBA player is a privilege, not a burden. When you make $95 million and you're sitting out games because you're tired, that's a slap in the face to everyone who paid to see you play. LeBron has only played a full 82-game season once in his entire career. Once. In over 20 years, guys like Bird, Kobe, Duncan, even Allen Iverson did it multiple times. But the so-called face of the NBA, the guy chasing Jordan's throne, he's played a full season one time. And here's the thing. When LeBron rests, when he load manages, it sends a message to the entire league. If the best player can sit out, why can't everyone else? It trickles down. Role players start resting. Bench guys start resting. The whole league adopts the mentality that games don't really matter unless it's the playoffs, and even then, guys are sitting out playoff games now. Jordan's era was different because Jordan set a different standard. When Michael Jordan was the face of the NBA, players showed up, they competed, they played through injuries. Jordan himself missed 64 games one season. With a broken foot, management wanted him shut down for the year. Jordan refused. He came back and played limited minutes. But when the game was on the line with 30 seconds left, he demanded to be on the floor. The crowd roared. Jordan got his way, and he played. That's leadership. That's what a face of the league looks like. There's a story that perfectly captures Jordan's mentality. Otis Gilmore, a former Bulls player, told rookie Michael Jordan, "If you expect to play a long time in this league, you better quit mopping up the floor." And LeBron can laugh on their podcast all they want. They can dismiss rings, dismiss the triangle offense, dismiss everything Jordan built. But at the end of the day, they're still measured against him. Every debate still comes back to him. Every all-time list still has him at the top. And no amount of longevity will ever change that. Because Michael Jordan didn't chase years, he chased greatness. And greatness doesn't need 20 years to prove itself. It just needs one moment, one game, one season to show the world what the best looks like. Jordan had 13 of those seasons. Durant and LeBron combined still haven't matched him. So yeah, Michael Jordan responded to Durant and LeBron. He just didn't need to say their names to do it. His legacy, his mindset, his entire approach to basketball, that's the response. And it's louder than anything they could ever say on a podcast. If you think today's NBA has lost its way, hit that like button. If you think players need to start respecting the game and the fans again, drop a comment.